Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome to Monster Hunter. Now I appreciate if you guys are subscribed to this channel, then there is a very good chance you may already know the answer to this question. But as the series grows in popularity and more people pick it up for the first time, I thought it was important to have an answer to the question, what is Monster Hunter? So if you do find this helpful and you do enjoy this video, then don't forget to drop a like, and if you've got a friend looking to get into the series, then be sure to send this video their way. Now to begin with, Monster Hunter is an action RPG developed by Capcom, and the main aim of the game is, you guessed it, to hunt monsters. Monsters come in all shapes and sizes, and while at the beginning of your journey you'll start out by fighting the small fry, so to speak, it won't be long before you're face to face with a fire-breathing wyvern, a thunder-imbued leviathan, an angry flaming dinosaur, technically speaking a brute wyvern, and eventually monsters so huge that you'll question exactly how you have a chance in hell of taking it down. But all of that is part of being a monster hunter, and part of your journey to the top. See, if you break the game down into its most basic components, it's really quite simple. You go out, and you hunt a monster, and upon defeating said monster, you carve it up. A little bit barbaric perhaps, but a necessary step to becoming the best you can be. See, those parts that you carved from the monster, and the bonus parts you get in the rewards box at the end of the quest, can then be used at the smithy back in town to craft better armour and better weapons. At the beginning of the game, your weapon is little more than a stone on a stick. But get some monster hunts under your belt and you'll soon be wearing its skin as your armour and wielding its scales as a blade. And with stronger gear comes the opportunity to hunt more difficult monsters, which in turn leads to even better gear. It's an endless cycle really, but also one of the most rewarding experiences I have ever had in my gaming history. But what about the actual gameplay? Well, first and foremost, you might notice that there's no health bar for the monsters. This bar you see at the top of the screen is your health, shortly followed by your stamina, which depletes when you run, dive and roll, and below that is your weapon's sharpness. While I won't be going into all of the finer details and intricacies of the game in this video, know that everything you see on the on-screen HUD relates to you and your team. The monster, on the other hand, is something you'll need to pay attention to. See, without a life bar, you need to rely on a monster's tails to know if it's weak. Just like hunters, the more a monster fights and the more it takes damage, the more exhausted it becomes. When a monster begins to slow down, drool, and even fall over, you know you're making progress, and eventually, when a monster begins to limp, that means it's near to defeat, and it's also, incidentally, the point at which you're able to trap the monster. See, trapping is another aspect of the game that allows you to complete a quest without killing the monster. Instead, you simply get it weak enough, get it caught in a trap, and then use tranquilizer bombs to put it to sleep. When this happens, you don't get to carve it, but you do instead get rewards at the end of the quest, and sometimes even more than you would by killing it. As you progress through the game and fight bigger and tougher monsters, you'll begin using everything you have at your disposal to take it down. Shock traps, pitfall traps, flash bombs, sonic bombs, barrel bombs, you name it. There are tons of items in this game and loads of different ways to play. Speaking of which, there are also loads of different weapons, 14 to be precise. Greatsword, longsword, sword and shield, dual blades, hammer, hunting horn, lance, gun lance, switch axe, charge blade, insect glaive, light bowgun, heavy bowgun and bow. There is, without a doubt, something for everyone. Weapons are broken into two main categories, Blade Master and Gunner. Blade Master weapons are used up close and personal, whilst Gunner weapons are used at a distance. Some weapons are fast and agile, others are slow and powerful, but every single one is viable. So it's really up to you to decide what works best. And that's also an important part of Monster Hunter, experimentation and learning. You need to find the weapon and the playstyle that works for you. The first time you fight a new monster, especially as you progress through the game, there's a good chance that you'll die, but it's only through trial and error that you'll really work your way to the top. However, if things get tough, then you can always call in some help. See, while Monster Hunter does have a single player component in the village quests, the real fun starts when you play with other people. Either locally or online, you can hunt with up to 3 other players in a team of 4 and take down monsters together. With so many weapons and gear choices, multiplayer hunting is really when this game comes into its element. There is no better feeling than going face to face with a huge, powerful monster knowing that your team have your back. However, in the event that you're running solo, then Monster Hunter also provides hunters with feline companions known as palicos. These brave cats can hunt alongside you with their own weapons and armour to provide you with some additional backup, be that extra damage, some health in a time of need, or perhaps a trap when you don't have one. They're a super handy companion to have, and in the most recent installment of the series, Monster Hunter Generations, you can even play as a feline in the Prowler mode. And speaking of Monster Hunter Generations, not only does this come with the ability to play as a cat, but it also introduces a few new systems to the series. Prior to this entry, Monster Hunter has always been a very grounded game. Combat largely takes place on the ground, and the environment belongs to the monster. However, in Generations, the addition of hunting styles gives players even more ways to hunt. Guild style is Monster Hunter as it has always been. Aerial style allows you to vault off a monster and deal damage from the sky. Adept allows you to evade through monster attacks that would otherwise damage or maybe even kill you. And Striker offers a slightly more simplified moveset whilst giving you access to more Hunter Arts. And Hunter Arts, the other new addition, are a series of powerful weapon-specific moves and general support abilities that you can use in conjunction with your regular combos to either dish out some serious damage, or once again, save your proverbial bacon in time of need. In short, there is a ton of stuff to do in Monster Hunter, and this video has only just scratched the surface. It's a game that requires patience and time, but also one of the most rewarding experiences you'll likely play. Now, if you are new to the series, and this video has piqued your interest, then I'll also leave a link to my entire Monster Hunter Generations playlist in the description box down below, along with my weapon tutorial playlist too. It's simply impossible to explain absolutely everything in one video, but if you are keen to dive deeper and learn more, then those playlists will have you covered. As for the veteran players out there, why not share some of your experiences in the comments down below? Who better than to tell people why this game is awesome than people that have already sunk hours and hours into it? Either way, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys now have a better understanding of exactly what Monster Hunter is, and if you do, then don't forget to drop a like on this video and share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.